Hi, my name is Ethan Wilcox, and I'm a seminarian for the Diocese of Marquette, and I'm doing a reflection today for the 29th Sunday in Ordinary Time. I'm here at my seminary, at Immaculate Heart of Mary Seminary in Winona, Minnesota, and I just kind of wanted to give you a little glimpse of one of my favorite areas here outside of our building. We have a wonderful pieta, as well as a nice little sitting area, so over here is where I'm going to be doing this reflection. So in today's gospel, we hear the story about the Pharisees who questioned Jesus as to whether or not they should pay the tax to Caesar. And so let's read through that. The Pharisees went off and plotted how they might entrap Jesus in speech. They sent their disciples to him with the Herodians, saying, "Teacher, we know that you are a truthful man, and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. And you are not concerned with anyone's opinion, for you do not regard a person's status. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it lawful to pay the census tax to Caesar or not?" Knowing their malice, Jesus said, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites? Show me the coin that pays the census tax." Then they handed him the Roman coin. He said to them, "Whose image is this, and whose inscription?" They replied, "Caesar's." At that he said to them, "Then repay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." This is a really, really beautiful gospel. And as I was reading this, the Lord brought to mind a few points to reflect on. So what is it that we owe to Caesar, and what is it that we owe to God? Because this can apply to our own time. I like to see this gospel as Caesar being the world and worldly things and things of this world. So what do we owe to this world? I think it might be easier first to answer the question, what do we owe to God? Well, we owe to God our heart, right? God deserves our heart because He made our heart. He fashioned us, He made us. And our hearts are oriented to desire God. Our hearts long for God because that is the deepest desire of our hearts. To desire God, to love Him, to be with Him, to serve Him. That's what our hearts desire. And so God deserves our hearts. And so we can answer what we don't owe the world. We don't owe the world our hearts, nor should we give the world our hearts in the way that we give our hearts to God. The world and the things of this world are just distractions to your heart, for your heart. So let's take, for example, say you like to do jumping jacks a lot. Now, that's something of this world, right? And that's a good thing. It's exercise, it's healthy, and it's something that you might find enjoyable to do to relax, right? And God has given us the ability to do jumping jacks and all these good things that, the Lord has given us the ability to do. So He's given us exercise as a way of being healthy and helping our bodies to become strong and more able and more readily available to do His work. But these jumping jacks can get a little out of control, right? So say I start really enjoying doing jumping jacks, and so whenever I have a free moment, I'm doing jumping jacks, and I find myself avoiding prayer and instead doing jumping jacks. Or instead, I find myself during my time where I have set aside some time for prayer, I think, well, I can pray later, but I kind of want to do jumping jacks right now. See, now that's giving your heart to the things of the world, giving your hearts to the things of this world, and not to God. It's in those moments when we realize where our hearts really are. So are our hearts giving over of ourselves to God, or are our hearts falling to the things of this world and letting them become what our hearts are infatuated with? So I think a really good way to look at this is the things of this world, right? We do owe the things of this world something, right? We don't owe them our hearts in the way that we owe God our heart. But this is the world, and the Lord has given it to us. And he says, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and give to God what is God's, right? So with God, we give him our all. We give him our everything. We give him our entire heart, our whole being. But to this world, you know, we owe the world some things. Like, we should pay our taxes. We should vote for good government officials. We should vote for good candidates for the presidency. We should go out and do community service for our community. We should protect the environment and clean up after ourselves. We should strive to do good in this world, because the Lord has given us the world and it's good. But we can only live in this world in the way that we were intended to live in this world if first and foremost we give our hearts over to God, and we give God what belongs to God. And then our hearts will be oriented in order to give to Caesar, this world, what belongs to Caesar, insomuch as what God is desiring us to give to Caesar and the world. So, God bless you all. I hope you all have a wonderful time of the fall season, and we're getting closer to winter here. It's going to start snowing soon. Looking forward to it, and know of my prayers for all of you in the Diocese of Marquette, and anyone tuning into this video. Each and every day I'm praying for all of you, and I love you all very much. And so I'm here enjoying my time in my sophomore year of seminary, and fall's in full swing, so awesome. Well, God bless you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day.